A Saturday Night Live shakeup, the show firing one of its new cast members before he even appeared on the broadcast.
Comedian Shane Gillis got hired as new cast member of SNL. They immediately fired him about jokes he'd made in the past.
One of the 3 new cast members for Saturday Night Live, a guy named Shane Gillis from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, he offered what
I'm sure you all remember when Shane Gillis got canceled back in 2019. After being publicly canceled like that, most people would accept that their comedy career is over. But not Shane. After he was fired, he decided to step back and focus on his podcast, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Don't show the world, you dirty ass.
Show the
Watch
world.
the end there. I think he might have some shit on the back.
Yeah, I saw.
If you've never seen the podcast, it's him and his best friend, Matt McCusker.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Business 105 for the elite only.
Matt is another comedian who came up with Shane in the Philadelphia comedy scene. Nowadays, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is the most subscribed to podcast on Patreon. But this was only the beginning of the greatest comeback of all time.
Hello, I'm Bob Isis of Isis Toyota. There's one thing I want to make very clear, and it's that we have nothing to do with the terrorists over there in the Middle East right now.
Shane decided to go in on a project with fellow comedian and good friend John McKeever. While Gilly and Keeves may have started in 2020, the two had been friends for years prior to this new project. The duo went on to make iconic skits such as Isis Toyota,
On myself, but there's something you need to know. Stuff like that, that's a load of crap. That's a load of...
Trump speed dating,
I'm disgusted. I saw you walk in, I said, who's this? Is this a pig?
Uncle Daycare,
They're rabbit friends anymore.
Yeah, all right, but what happens when the vaccine turns them gay, like what happened with me?
OF Dad,
I do this because I love you guys.
I think it's cool.
the last white football team,
Our conference has decided to integrate this season. Settle down.
and many more. Gilly and Keeves wasn't just a comedy channel. It was Shane pairing with a filmmaker who understood how to shoot comedy without the rules of television. This momentum from the skits would go on to help Shane's next big accomplishment.
In me, you know, like if a white guy catches the ball on Sunday, I'm like, oh shit, go, 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 go. They got him.
In September of 2021, Shane released this nearly 1 hour-long stand-up special straight to YouTube. This special changed everything for Shane. Before this, mainstream media still only knew him as the guy who was fired from SNL. No one expected that a comedy special with no network backing posted on YouTube would do as well as it did. But that's exactly what happened. People loved it, and they couldn't get enough of Shane. This guy delivers his comedy in such a natural way. I forget he is a professional comedian. He sounds like a buddy cracking jokes at a party. More laughs in 48 minutes than a whole season of Saturday Night Live. The sign of a classic comedy special is that you can come back to it dozens of times and laugh as hard as you did the first time. This is one of those specials. The special has gathered over 50 million views, making it the most viewed full-length comedy special on YouTube. No one thought it would be possible to top this special, but that's exactly what Shane ended up doing 2 years later.
Post-game NBA just goes, Abu Bakar al-Baghdadi is dead. He died like a dog.
This wasn't YouTube anymore. Shane went mainstream. With all the support Shane got from Live in Austin, networks and streaming services were ready to forgive Shane for his past actions. And in September of 2023, almost 2 full years after the release of his last special, Beautiful Dogs was released on Netflix. And it was an instant success.
Never broke. No one broke. Which actually helped him. That worked out for him.
It even got a 92% rating on the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. This special solidified Shane in the comedy scene as a legit comedian. At this point, Shane was only headed up. 5 years after getting fired from Saturday Night Live, Shane came full circle. He finally got to host SNL. The comedian once deemed too controversial to even work on the show was now the center of the attention.
Yeah, I'm here. Most of you probably have no idea who I am. I was fired from this show a while ago, but if, don't look that up, please. If you don't know who I am, please don't Google that.
His jokes landed because Shane didn't try to erase the past. He acknowledged it. It showed that he was human too, and was capable of change. And after Shane proved to the world he was capable of redemption, the next step for him wasn't more stand-up. It was television.
I can tell anybody's race by their car.
No, you can't. And that's a little racist.
It's not anybody can do it. You could do it.
No, I couldn't.
Shane had been working on a project with John McKeever and Steve Gerben on a new project called Tires. Tires felt different from other traditional sitcoms because it was. It didn't rely on a laugh track or over-polished dialogue for the jokes. Instead, it perfectly blends awkward silence with real-life workplace situations. Tires works because it shows awkward, real-life moments that slowly get worse. The jokes feel natural and not forced, and that's what makes it so special.
Well, this is just cancel culture. The guy shouldn't have been fired. It's just a couple of things back in his history. We're going to go through everyone's history, or are we going to get rid of every sketch that SNL has done that involves race?
5 years. That's all it took to go from being fired off Saturday Night Live to standing center stage hosting it. But this story was never really about SNL. It was about what happened after. When Shane Gillis got canceled in 2019, the industry closed its doors. So, he made his own path. He focused on Matt and Shane's secret podcast and slowly built a huge group of loyal fans. He worked with John McKeever to make Gilly and Keeves, showing he didn't need TV to make good comedy. Then, he put Live in Austin on YouTube with no big company helping him, and it blew up, becoming the most watched full comedy special on YouTube. That success forced Hollywood to pay attention. Beautiful Dogs took him mainstream, and suddenly, the comedian who was once too controversial was one of the biggest names in stand-up. Then came the full circle moment, hosting SNL. Not pretending the past didn't happen, but joking about it, owning it, turning it into part of the act. And instead of stopping there, he leveled up again. With Tires, he didn't just star in a show. He built one. No laugh track, no safety net. Just awkward, real-world comedy done his way. That's why this comeback feels different. It was built, project by project, risk by risk. And the craziest part, it doesn't feel like the end of the story. It feels like the beginning. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and feel free to watch the video on screen now. Thanks.